Hello, welcome to Cali Legends Media. Thank you to all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Also, please hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when a new video drops. You can go back later and you could watch it. Okay, so let's get right into this. I ran into a homeboy the other day at the store, and his brother's name is Joker, Little Joker from Mariana. And I haven't seen him for quite some time. In fact, the last time I seen him, the gang unit was chasing him. He had just walked out of somewhere where I was staying. I had just cooked him up a cookie, nice size cookie, and he was walking out of the house with it, and it was my final payment for a Camaro that I was buying for him, right? And I heard the car pull up and skid, doors fly open, and I could hear the feet hitting the pavement, right? So I looked out and I seen homeboy going down the driveway with these two gang unit officers with the green jackets chasing after him, right? Anyways, that was the last time that I had seen Joker, right? I hadn't seen him in a while, and then one day I asked about him, and he had been deported, he got arrested, and when you get arrested, I don't know if they do it in all the jails, but in LA County jail, when you get arrested, if you're from Mexico here in the United States, whether legally or illegally, right, you have to go through a process, okay? They'll house you with other Mexican nationals and other people from different countries that are going to go through the same program as you to determine whether or not you're going to remain in the United States. And this is based on the crime that you've committed, and if you have family here, what kind of support system you have, basically. If you're working, you have a job when you get out, and they want to know everything about you. What's your status here? Are you documented or undocumented? Do you have a green card or not? Are you in a work visa? Like, they want to know your situation, right? And in most cases, if you have a serious crime, you're going to get deported. Because one of the things you can't do is be breaking the laws if you're a guest here in the country. Anyways, a lot of people from different neighborhoods, not just Maravilla, people from up north, all in California. I don't know if other places do this, but I know in California, they'll deport you in a hot tick, and we've had a lot of people deported, Of course, when Trump came along, the numbers were unimaginable, They were breaking up families, sending mothers and fathers away back to Mexico, and the kids would be here because they were born here and they're American citizens. And, families were being separated. Kids were being separated from their parents, even if they were deported along with their parents. It was a mess. And while all that's taking place, they're still having an influx of other immigrants coming to the country. So we've got these going out and others coming in. So I know it's a big issue. It's a subject that would lead to a very deep conversation. But really, this video is just was basically to recognize the people that lose their freedom here in the United States and are deported to Mexico. Some of these guys, they don't have family up there, So they're put on a bus and they're taken to a drop place, and they get let out there in whatever country they get let out on, the other side of the border. And if there's no support system for them over there, they're pretty much on their own, you know. Of course, they're going to be homeless, jobless, and unless they have family over here that could send them some money, they're going to be broke. So a lot of people, a lot of homeboys, a lot of homies that have been deported, and homegirls, men and women, go over there and they're lost. They're like fish out of water, you know, and it's difficult for them because I've talked to a few of them. It's very difficult for them to readjust, you know, and start their life over, and learn the ropes. You know, things are different over there. You know, like if you grow up, say you grow up in East LA, you learn how to maneuver yourself in East Los Angeles. You know how to get around the gangs or to get in with them, whichever you choose. But you learn how to maneuver. You learn how to live. You know, and you know where the resources are to get help, to get money, to get food. You know, but these people they get deported, get put over in that country, and they're, you know, they need to readjust their whole thinking and way of living, you know. If they have family over there, an aunt, an uncle, or some other type of relatives where they could stay, then those are the more lucky ones, you know, because they have that support, you know, for them to get on their feet. Because of course the basic needs are the first thing that a person goes for, which is food, shelter, clothing, you know. Once you have those things, then you could start looking for a vehicle, you know what I mean? Other things, you know, to add on to that. But those basic needs need to be met. And a lot of people that go over there, they struggle with that. So not only stay out of jail so you could be here for your family, but especially if you're not an American citizen born here, because you could easily get deported, and that separation's even worse than you being incarcerated, you know. I know people whose family relocated, whose wives with their children moved up there once the husband got situated so that they could be together, you know. And that's a big thing, you know. You pull your kids out of school, take them away from their friends and everything, and they have to learn a new life, you know, a new way of living. And I don't know how the economy is up there. I hear it's very bad, but you know, I could imagine how things are down here. You know, they're not all that great down here. You see the price of everything, but in Mexico, I hear they pay very little bit for a days of hard labor, you know. So especially if any of yous are here on visa or green card or something, you could still lose your citizenship, man, by getting arrested, you know, getting mad or getting in a fight. Sometimes and who knows, you might have to defend yourself and stab somebody. You know, we have to avoid all kinds of stuff, man. And it's hard to walk away. It's hard not to follow your thinking, and it's hard to not let that ego and that pride take you down a road that could get you put behind bars for a lot of years, you know. So let's be careful. Let's do everything we can to take care of that precious thing called freedom, you know, and not end up locked up for anything. You could lose your freedom in 2-3 minutes, you know, in a fit of anger, in some domestics thing with a family member, you know. It all comes down to the laws, and one thing's losing your freedom, going to jail and coming back out and knowing where you're at. Another thing is to get put on a bus and shipped out to somewhere where you've never been, especially if you don't know the language. You know, if you grew up here, if they brought you over here when you were a little baby and you grew up over here with English, you go over there, everybody's speaking Spanish. Man, you'll have so many obstacles and so many barriers to break. Life's hard enough. Let's not make it any harder. If any of you are over there in Mexico and see this video, man, good luck. Be strong. And I wish you the best, man. My prayers are with you. And for those of us that are still here, let's stay free. And thank you for watching this video. God bless you and your families. Thank you very much for watching.